Hello guys, Shubham here back again in another video. So today we are going to talk about the very new ROM which is based on the Android 10. The ROM is called as the Dove Fest OS. The ROM has some pretty good features in terms of customizations. So without any further ado, let's get into this video. The ROM is running on the latest Android 10 version with a Google Play system update of Android 10 base support and the security patch of 5th of July 2020. This is all about the system. Tapping on the Android 10 version, you will get to see that the ROM is based on the Android 10. Moving further, as I said before, the ROM has got some pretty dope customizations. The ROM has a section called as Dove Quest. The ROM has some pretty good customization options in terms of theming, status bar, quick settings and much more. Moving towards the theming, the ROM has some theme options. By default, the ROM has just two themes option which is called as Dove Blue and by default. You can keep any one of these option. Moving further, the ROM also has different type of clock types. You can keep any type of clock types whichever you want, and this clock type will be visible in the lock screen itself. As you can see that right now I have kept this clock style. You can keep any one of them. You can also set the grid style of your choice, whichever grid style you want. It can be 6x6, 5x5, 4x4 or 3x3. Moving towards the wallpaper, the ROM itself comes with just this one wallpaper called as Dove Fest title itself. You can keep any type of wallpaper itself. It also has status bar settings. Moving towards the status bar settings, you can keep different types of system icons in the status bar itself. Status bar logo enable, network traffic display, battery icon, show clock in the status bar, show date, notification count and everything else. Being honest, whichever customization option you get in other customization ROMs, each and every option is available in this ROM itself. But the only difference is that the options are pretty polished and everything works pretty fine. Moving towards the quick settings, you will get different types of quick settings. Status bar pulls down quick settings. Enabling these settings will let you to quick pull down the quick settings panel from any of the side. You can also enable the QS style tint style, blur behind quick settings. You can also enable the blur behind the quick settings and also set the transparency and blur intensity. Header image, you will get different types of header image. As you can see right now, I had kept this type of header image. You can also give different types of one. So the ROM contains different types of header image collection. You can select and keep any one of them of your choice. Personally, this one is my favorite one. You can have any one of your favorite. You can also set different type of customization in terms of header image such as header image shadow and much more. Brightness slider. Enabling these settings, you can also keep the brightness slider at the bottom of the QS settings, or disabling that, you will get brightness slider at the top of it. Moving further are the customized QS styles area items. You can also customize the items which are available in the QS styles, and you can align and disalign whichever way you want. Footer area, you can keep any type of footer text which you want to keep at the bottom of the QS style panel. Moving further is the button section. Button section is nothing but where you can enable or disable a navigation bar. Moving towards the volume settings, you will get various types of options such as number of volume steps you want and volume panel, whichever option you want to enable or disable in the volume panel itself. Moving further is the gesture, where you can enable or disable your system navigation, where you can have three type of option, which is 2 button navigation bar, 3 button navigation bar, and last one is the completely gesture navigation, which is available and which was released in the Android 10. Jumping onto the camera while long pressing the power button. Keep music tracks is and volume rockers is also available. 3 finger gesture for taking screenshot, and every other gesture is available. Moving towards the lock screen settings, the fingerprint authentication vibration, lock screen shortcuts, status bar, hide lock, charging, lock screen information, font style, and every other lock screen settings which you get with other ROMs is available itself. Moving towards the power menu section, then here you will get the show power menu on secure lock screen, restart, advanced restart, where you will get options such as off advanced reboot, restart, and much more. Moving towards the notification, where you will get all types of notification settings such as notification light, battery charging light, charging animation, and edge lightning also. Yes, you will also get edge lightning. Edge lightning is nothing but the light on the edges of your display which get lighted up when you get any type of notification. Here they have also given us the option of the always on display, but I don't know why, but always on display doesn't work on this ROM. I tried many times, but I don't know why, but always on display doesn't work on this ROM. Moving further is the animation sections. Animation sections where you can set any type of animations of your choice you want, opening and closing animations, and much more. Moving towards the miscellaneous section, you will get wake up on charge option, enable scaling time in state, dodge settings, and all other options. Going towards the about section, then you are able to see the founder of this ROM and all other lead developer and much more. So this is all about the customization section. There is one amazing thing in this ROM is that whenever you see this type of message under dub quest option, like right now there is a message, this is an unauthorized cybernetic announcement. So this message will be changed whenever again I revisit this section. Now you can see when I again revisit, now you will see the message, never eat anything bigger than your head. Again refresh, don't dream it, do it. So this is one thing I found very interesting in this ROM, that this subheading always gets changed when you reopen your settings option, and that's look pretty cool. You'll also get FPS counter and screen record in this ROM. However, screen record is kind of broken in this ROM. I don't know why, but while recording gameplays for about half an hour or 1 hour, the screen recording gets crashed and your video doesn't get records. Also, you will have option of full different types of screenshot such as full screenshot, partial screenshot, and full one. You just have to long press while enabling which type of screenshot you want, and that type of screenshot will be taken. The partial screenshot works just like as the snipping tool you use in your Windows. Talking about the FPS counter, then yes, you will also get FPS counter in this ROM. As you can see, these frames are getting count on the top left corner. Talking about the gaming performance, then gaming performance in this ROM works pretty good. During the entire gameplay, I got about 60 FPS and it got fluctuated between 40 to 50 FPS. So this is the footage of the PUBG Mobile gameplay which I played on this ROM, where you can see that the FPS counter is located on the left hand side, and I recorded this game. Right now I am playing a TDM match in this, and you can see that how much the frame rates gets fluctuated and how the gaming performance in this ROM is up to. Personally, I didn't face any type of sudden lag, stutters, or any type of issues while gameplays, and the gameplays work pretty fine in the entire ROM without any issues. So let's talk about the battery life in this ROM. Talking about the battery life in this ROM, then this ROM for me lasted about 5 to 6 hours of screen on time. Again, this battery life statistics may change upon your usage, how much you use your ROM and how much you play games or use it for a normal use. For me, I played about 3 to 4 gameplays of PUBG, including normal usage such as social media applications, YouTube, Instagram, and WhatsApp. This may vary for person to person. Talking about the security, then the ROM does not have the face unlock sadly, but again we can accept that it will be included in the future updates itself. Another good thing I like in this ROM is that moving toward the system, you will get the OT updates in this ROM. Yes, you will get OT updates in this ROM, and sometimes it also gets checked automatically. When your any build is available, it will show up in this section and you just have to download and flash the ROM moving in the TWRP settings itself. Talking about the CTS, then yes, this ROM passes the CTS setting. As you can see right here, I have installed the Google Pay application. Also, you can install all other types of applications in this ROM related to banking apps such as Paytm, PhonePe. As CTS is enabled by default, all these options works pretty fine and stable. So that's it for this video guys. If you guys like this video, must consider to hit that like button and also subscribe this channel for more such content upcoming. So see you again in the next one with another new ROM. Until then, peace out.